welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the top 10 most expensive bikes in the world. Being behind the wheel of a powerful sports car is great, but it doesn't really compare to the thrill you get from riding a motorbike. There's a great sense of freedom about it, but it's certainly not for everyone. And rarer still are the people who can actually afford the amazing bikes we are about to present. Motorbikes are a status symbol for many of us, and riding them brings a sense of calm. Just imagine with a motorbike by your side, you can easily travel without being dependent on anyone else. From factors like speed, mileage, aesthetics, motorbikes also impart a sense of freedom to the riders. Nothing is as out of date as yesterday's racing machinery. At the time, they are just that, yesterday's racing machinery. And if nowadays we have more appreciation of the value of such machinery, in the old days, they weren't old or classic or valuable, just out of date and worth more as scrap. The same is true for classic road-going motorcycles. How many times have you heard the story of the Vincent in the barn being sold by the farmer for $5 because it was just an old bike and worth nothing? It's enough to make you weep. Today, things have swung completely the other way with some bikes, race or road, selling at auction for prices that also bring forth water from your eyes, although for completely different reasons. Here's our list of the 10 most expensive motorcycles sold at auction. Don't expect this list to be accurate for long. We've all heard the stories of the guy who had an Indian board track racer in the 1950s and sold it for $10 because it was taking up space in his garage, and he needed room to put his new Triumph Bonneville T120, which was, at the time, the biggest thing in motorcycling. Old bikes were just that. Old bikes that leaked oil and took inordinate amounts of time to keep running. 10. NCR Leggera 1200 Titanium Special, $140,000. NCR is well known for taking Ducati superbikes and making them even better. And the Leggera 1200 Titanium Special is the perfect example of how the company operates. Based on a Ducati Hypermotard, the customized version boasts a titanium trellis frame, Zard silencers, fully adjustable Öhlins suspension, and a Brembo brake system. The whole thing weighs just 328 pounds, which would be a good time to mention that Leggera means lightweight in English. 9. Icon Sheene, $160,000. British-born Barry Sheene is an iconic figure in the motorcycle racing world, so it's only fitting that British-based Icon Motorcycles created a series of bikes honoring the great racer. The Icon Sheene features a powerful turbocharged 1,400 Suzuki 4-cylinder engine, which can deliver over 250 brake, as well as a stylish and distinctive design. It's quite an exclusive series as well, as only 52 of these unique bikes will ever be made. All of this brings the bike's price up to $160,000. 8. MTT Y2K Superbike, $185,000. Ranked 4th greatest motorcycle ever by Discovery Channel's Greatest Ever program, the Y2K, or MTT Turbine Superbike is an astonishing piece of engineering. The 500-pound machine features an engine that was originally designed for helicopters that can run on anything from diesel to kerosene to jet A, so you can imagine it's extremely powerful. The price of the MTT Superbike is proportional to its performance, with would-be owners having to dig deep in their pockets to meet the $185,000 asking price. 7. NCR M16 $232,000. Based on a Ducati Desmo Civici RR, one of the fastest, most powerful road-legal motorbikes ever made, the engineers over at NCR created an even more impressive machine, the NCR M16. While the original bike was already extremely lightweight, it has gone on a serious diet of carbon fiber and titanium, leaving the M16 at an astonishing light 145 kilograms. The NCR M16 will set you back $160,000, on top of the $72,000 Ducati Desmo Civici donor bike. 6. Ecosse Titanium Series Phi-Tite XX, $300,000. The Titanium Series Phi-Tite XX is Ecosse's top-of-the-line motorbike. Powered by a 2,409 billet engine that outputs a hefty 225 amp at the rear wheel, it is definitely not for the casual rider. Lightweight materials like carbon fiber and titanium have been used extensively to keep the weight as low as possible, while the saddle is the work of Italian luxury leather maker Berluti. All this high-end finish does come at a cost, however, and in the case of the Ecosse Titanium Phaeton XX, that figure is $300,000. 5. Yamaha Roadstar Nehmesis, $500. 000 Florida-based motorcycle customization company B&S Choppers has taken a Yamaha Roadstar and turned it into something really awesome. The 2.5-meter cruiser is a pretty impressive sight in and of itself. But what about if you provide it with gold plating? That's what the people over at B&S did, and named the new version Nehmesis, after the company's owner, Sam Nehm, but also because it sounds really menacing, which is a plus for such an aggressive, yet stylish-looking machine. The price for this extravagant chopper is a whopping $500,000. 4. AJE E95 Porcupine, $675,000. AJS was a British motorcycle manufacturer that achieved great success in the first half of the 20th century. One of its creations, the E95 Porcupine, is extremely rare even for a 60-year-old bike, with only 4 of these 500 Keeks aluminum alloy vehicles ever created. Owning one of these vintage racing bikes is like owning a piece of British racing history, so it's no wonder that a 1954 Porcupine was sold for a staggering $675,000. 3. Lauge Jensen Goldfinger, $850,000. If you're a rapper or a luxury brand, you know gold just makes everything better. With this simple principle in mind, Danish motorbike customizer Lauge Jensen created Goldfinger. It comes equipped with a 1,807 twin-cylinder engine, which produces 90 amp at 3,200 revolutions per minute, something which is, let's face it, not all that impressive. What is impressive, however, is its gold-plated diamond-studded frame. All this bling does not come cheap, however. The cost of a Goldfinger custom bike is about $850,000. 2. Cosmic Starship Harley-Davidson, $1 million. Another way to greatly increase the value of an item is to turn it into a work of art. That's why, when Jack Armstrong, an artist whose style is rather awesomely called Cosmic Existentialism, paints a Harley, it gets an equally awesome name, Cosmic Starship, as well as a huge price hike. Bartels Harley-Davidson is known as the dealership of Hollywood movie stars, and you probably have. To be an A-lister to afford Jack Armstrong's Harley, which comes with a price tag of $1 million. 1. Medusa, $1 million plus. Medusa is one of weirdest things you'll ever see on 2 wheels. Drawing his inspiration from ancient Greek mythology, the Medusa was a monster who could turn you to stone if you looked into its eyes. Tar and Telly of TT Custom Choppers created this unique-looking bike and made it look like something an archaeologist just dug up near Troy or Sparta. It's basically a 125 amp, 1.8-liter V-twin engine with a 6-speed gearbox powering a 700-pound chopper, with much of that weight being gold. This means that Medusa's frame alone is worth over $1 million, making it the most expensive bike in the world.